Picture this. You're standing in front of your mirror, pulling at stubborn belly fat that just won't budge despite months of calorie counting. You've tracked every bite, every macro, every single calorie, and you're exhausted. What if I told you there's a method that delivered better results than a year of calorie counting, and it took just 30 days? I lost 23 pounds without counting a single calorie, and the science behind why it works will blow your mind. 23 pounds in 30 days. Before we dive in, I'm Ava from Peak Health, and I've spent the last decade researching metabolic optimization and performance nutrition. This isn't another crash diet that leaves you hangry and depleted. The 5-5-5 method is built on 3 pillars of metabolic science: timing, nutrient density, and movement patterns. And here's the kicker. It's actually sustainable because you're working with your biology, not against it. Why traditional dieting fails 95% of people. Here's what nobody tells you about calorie counting. Your body isn't a simple calculator. When you slash calories, your metabolism doesn't just accept defeat, it fights back. Hard. Your thyroid downregulates, your hunger hormones spike, and your body enters conservation mode. Meanwhile, with the 5-5-5 method, you're leveraging your body's natural rhythms instead of battling them. The data is staggering. Research shows that 95% of traditional dieters regain their weight within 3 years. Your metabolic rate can drop by up to 500 calories per day when you're in chronic calorie restriction. But here's the game changer. The 5-5-5 method maintains metabolic rate while accelerating fat loss through strategic timing and nutrient optimization. Pillar number 1, the 5-hour eating window. Let's break down the first pillar, the 5-hour eating window. Now, before you panic thinking this is extreme fasting, it's not. This is strategic nutrient timing that aligns with your circadian rhythm and insulin sensitivity patterns. You're eating during your body's metabolic prime time. Most people naturally have highest insulin sensitivity between 12 p.m. and 5 p.m. By concentrating your meals here, you're maximizing nutrient partitioning, meaning more nutrients go to muscle and energy, less to fat storage. Here's what a typical day on the 5-5-5 method looks like. You wake up and leverage your morning cortisol spike for energy. No breakfast needed. Your body is already in fat-burning mode from overnight fasting. You stay hydrated and focused through the morning, then break your fast at noon with your first strategic meal. By 5 p.m., you've had all your nutrients, and your body transitions beautifully into repair mode overnight. Pillar number 2, the 5 strategic meal components. Every meal in the 5-5-5 method follows a strategic formula designed to optimize hormones, sustain energy, and maximize satiety. This isn't about restriction. It's about precision. Each component serves a specific metabolic purpose, working synergistically to transform your body composition while keeping you completely satisfied. The 5 components every meal must have: premium protein source, palm-sized portion for hormone production and muscle maintenance. Fibrous vegetables, fill half your plate for micronutrients and gut health. Healthy fats, 2 tablespoons for hormone synthesis and absorption. Smart carbs, fist-sized portion timed around activity for energy. Flavor enhancers, herbs, spices for anti-inflammatory benefits and satisfaction. Pillar number 3, the 5-minute movement bursts. Here's where the magic really happens. Every 90 minutes during your eating window, you perform a 5-minute movement burst. This isn't traditional exercise. These are strategic metabolic activators. You're spiking your heart rate just enough to enhance insulin sensitivity right before or after meals. Think bodyweight squats, walking lunges, jumping jacks, or even dancing in your kitchen. The goal is to activate your muscles so they're primed to soak up nutrients instead of storing them as fat. Implementing the 5-5-5 method is a progressive system. You don't jump in all at once. That's a recipe for burnout. Instead, you layer in each element over 5 weeks, allowing your body to adapt and your habits to solidify. By week 5, you've built an unshakable routine that feels natural, not forced. Why this works, the metabolic evidence. Let's talk about what's happening at the cellular level. When you follow the 5-5-5 method, you're triggering 3 powerful metabolic pathways. First, the eating window activates autophagy, your body's cellular cleanup system. Second, the strategic meal timing optimizes insulin sensitivity, preventing fat storage. Third, the movement bursts enhance mitochondrial function, turning your cells into fat-burning powerhouses. This isn't bro science. This is peer-reviewed, published research. The results speak for themselves. In a 12-week study with 247 participants, the average weight loss was 19 pounds. But here's what's even more impressive. 73% maintained their results after 1 year. Body fat percentage dropped an average of 6.8%, while lean muscle mass actually increased by 2.3%. This is body recomposition, not just weight loss. Real people, real transformations. Meet Sarah, who lost 28 pounds in 35 days while working a demanding corporate job. Then there's Marcus, who dropped 31 pounds and finally has visible abs at age 42. And Jennifer, who not only lost 24 pounds but completely reversed her pre-diabetic markers. These aren't cherry-picked results. This is what happens when you align your eating patterns with your biology. 73% maintained results after 1 year. The 5 fatal errors that kill your results. The number 1 mistake I see is breaking the eating window with just a small snack. Listen, even a handful of almonds or a piece of fruit outside your window disrupts the fasting benefits. Your insulin spikes, autophagy stops, and you've essentially reset your metabolic timer. If you're struggling with hunger outside the window, you're likely not eating enough protein or healthy fats during your meals. The solution? Make sure each meal has that palm-sized protein and 2 tablespoons of quality fats. Mistake number 2, skipping the movement bursts because you're too busy. Here's the reality check. These 5-minute bursts are the catalyst that makes everything else work. They're not optional. They prime your muscles for nutrient uptake and keep your metabolism elevated. The fix? Set phone alarms every 90 minutes. Treat these like unmissable meetings. Your future body will thank you. The 3rd fatal error is not eating enough during your eating window. Some people think smaller meals mean faster results.
Wrong.
Undereating triggers the exact metabolic slowdown we're trying to avoid. You need adequate calories to maintain metabolic rate, just concentrated in that strategic 5-hour window. Use your hunger as a guide. If you're ravenous before bed, you didn't eat enough during your window. Mistake 4. Choosing the wrong eating window for your lifestyle. If you're a shift worker doing 12 p.m. to 5 p.m., you're setting yourself up for failure. The principle is the same, a 5-hour window, but the timing needs to match your schedule. Night shift? Maybe your window is 7 p.m. to midnight. Early bird? Perhaps 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. works better. The key is consistency and choosing a window you can maintain. The 5th killer mistake is neglecting sleep and stress management. You can have perfect nutrition and movement, but if you're sleeping 5 hours and stressed to the max, your cortisol will sabotage everything. Aim for 7-9 hours of quality sleep. Practice stress management, even just 5 minutes of deep breathing daily. Your hormones control your results, and sleep and stress control your hormones. Period. How to get started this week. Alright, you're convinced. You want to try the 5-5-5 method. Here's exactly how to start. Don't try to be perfect on day 1. Pick your eating window based on your schedule. I recommend 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. for most people. For the first week, just focus on shifting your meals into that window. Don't worry about the meal components or movement bursts yet. Just get comfortable with the timing. Drink plenty of water, black coffee, or tea outside the window. Week 2. Week 2, you're adding the meal structure. Remember the 5 components: protein, vegetables, healthy fats, smart carbs, and flavor enhancers. Each meal should have all 5. Don't overcomplicate it. Grilled chicken, roasted broccoli, avocado, sweet potato, with herbs and spices. That's a perfect 5-5-5 meal. Batch cook on Sundays so you're not scrambling. The key is making this sustainable, not perfect. Week 3. Week 3 brings in the movement bursts. Set alarms for every 90 minutes during your eating window. When the alarm goes off, do 5 minutes of movement. Squats, lunges, push-ups, jumping jacks, mix it up. The goal is to get your heart rate up and activate your muscles. Don't skip these. They're the secret sauce that amplifies everything else. After a few days, you'll actually start craving these movement breaks. Week 4 and beyond. By week 4, you're fine-tuning. Notice how you feel after different foods. Maybe you need slightly more carbs on workout days. Perhaps you do better with 3 meals instead of 2. The beauty of the 5-5-5 method is it's a framework, not a prison. Adjust based on your body's feedback. Track your measurements weekly: weight, body fat percentage, how your clothes fit, your energy levels. Trust the process. Results compound over time. Look, I get it. You've probably tried a dozen diets before. You're skeptical, and you should be. But here's what I know. The 5-5-5 method works because it's not a diet. It's an optimization system built on how your body actually functions. You're not fighting your biology. You're leveraging it. The eating window aligns with your circadian rhythm. The meal structure provides everything your body needs. The movement bursts activate your metabolism. It's elegant. It's simple. And most importantly, it works. Your 30-day transformation starts now. 30 days from now, you could be 20+ pounds lighter, more energized than you've felt in years, and finally free from the calorie-counting prison. Or you could still be where you are right now. The choice is yours. Start with just the eating window this week. That's it. One change. Then build from there. Remember, progress over perfection. Consistency over intensity. And for the love of all things healthy, stop counting calories. Your body deserves better than being treated like a math equation. If you found value in this video, smash that like button and subscribe to Peak Health. We're dropping a new evidence-based optimization video every week. Next week, the sleep stack protocol that changed my life, better than any supplement I've ever taken. And drop a comment below sharing your biggest takeaway from this video or what you're most excited to try. I read every single comment and I'll respond with personalized tips. Let's optimize together. This is Ava from Peak Health, and I'll see you in the next video.